official business." He slid a business card across the meticulously clean desk toward her. She picked it up, glanced at the name, and looked up into the sexiest green eyes she'd ever seen. He looked far more like a rancher than a lawyer. The hair, the eyes, a square face with the perfect amount of chiseling and a perfect size cleft in his chin. She held her hands in her lap with her fingers laced tightly together so she wouldn't reach out and touch that little chin dent. Holy crap, she didn't let clients affect her like this. It had to be that steamy sex scene in the romance book she'd been reading that set her mind and hormones into overdrive. She glanced down at the cover image of a cowboy with a bare chest, hip-slung jeans, and a cowboy hat in his hands. It was exactly like the black felt hat sitting there between herself and the new client. She undressed him with her eyes and decided that he wouldn't look so very different from the model on the novel. She quickly closed her eyes and willed the wicked thoughts away, then opened them again and glanced down at the card one more time. "Branch Thomas, what can I do for you?" Her throat was dry, but she was afraid to uncap the water bottle on her desk for fear she'd drop the thing and make another mess. His eyebrows knit together into a frown. "I'm not sure how to put this in words, and it might come as a shock. I guess the only way to say it is to blurt it out. You'd think this would be easier since I'm a lawyer." "Spit it out," she said. "Okay, then." He nodded seriously. "I'm here on behalf of your biological mother and grandmother. They would like to meet you. And that trip I was talking about, they're leaving on Tuesday for a month-long road trip around the perimeter of Texas, and they would like for you to go with them so y'all can get to know each other." Tessa was so intrigued with his eyes that his words, which tumbled out so fast, didn't sink in for several seconds. "I'm sorry. We don't usually plan trips like that, but if you'd tell me how far they want to travel each day, I could maybe work up some tourist sites and hotels." And that's when she clamped a hand over her mouth. "What did you say?" He picked up his hat and laid it in his lap. "You did know you were adopted?" She nodded. Any minute he was going to bolt and run. She could see it in his eyes. "And you did know that you had a biological mother somewhere?" Another slight tip of the head without losing eye contact with him. "I've always known I was adopted. It didn't matter, and I'm comfortable with it." "The rest is pretty self-explanatory. Your birth mother and grandmother would like to meet you this weekend. They live in Boomtown, Texas, a few miles east of Beaumont." He looked at a travel poster on the wall behind her left shoulder as he talked. "It's about a 3-hour drive from here. They are willing to come over here, or if you wouldn't mind the drive, they would like for you to come to Sunday dinner to discuss the trip." "Is this a joke?" she asked bluntly. His eyes shifted to her forehead. "I realize it's a lot to take in, Miss Wilson, but please don't shoot the messenger. Your mother is Lola Laveau. Her number is on the back of the card along with Frankie Laveau's. That would be your grandmother." He pushed up out of the chair and settled his hat back on his head. "I've written my cell phone number on the front there, so you can contact me over the weekend if you want to decline any or all of this. I'll be glad to deliver the message for you. Or if you have any more questions, you can call them or me. Sorry to drop this in your lap, but like I said, I'm just the messenger." Then he was gone, leaving her in stunned silence with his card in her hand. She was still sitting in the same spot, her mind going over every word, every name, and looping back to repeat them a dozen times, when the door opened again and her mother pointed at the clock. "It's 5:30. Did you fall asleep and forget that you close at 5? Sophie asked. Dressed in a pair of khaki shorts and a bright orange shirt, she was as cool as a snow cone from that stand down near the park. Her blonde ponytail didn't have a speck of gray in it, and even after a day of dancing with her students, her makeup was still perfect. Tessa